Well, in 2002, 50 Cent versus Ja Rule.
50 won that. I was there.
You were there.
I played a part in that. I seen
you dissed Ja Rule during that time.
Because I roll with the team. You know what I'm saying? Until it came to a certain point. But yeah, man, and I'm good with Ja too. But like,
yeah, me too.
Ja know that I feel like 50 had too much rolling. Number one, Wangsta was fucking crazy. At that time, you remember how the hi-hats and the drums, if they were hitting a certain way and you had a good flow, which is what he did on In the Club too, it wasn't part of the beef, but just 50's, the way that 50 raps melodically over dope-ass fucking drums just gives him an edge. Plus, his pen is crazy. When he gets angry, 50 is with all the shit. So 50 with the shit. And so that was, a key that was instrumental in our beef too, because I knew that I was at war with somebody who was willing to, go to war in the streets as well. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. I think I had a little bit more momentum and he had a little bit more to lose because he was a little bit more successful than I at that point. But as far as like 50 and Ja Rule, like 50 came in, he had Dre, he had Eminem, and he had the power of his pen and he had the world on his shoulders and all the fans had his back. And so there was no competing with that. Ja Rule had nothing but radio hits, right? Which is fucking amazing because I always tell people that Ja Rule was like the early 2000s Drake.
100%.
Before 50, like Drake, Ja was Drake. He couldn't fucking miss.
Yeah.
And he also put on like Christina Milian. He had the J-Lo. He had
Ashanti.
Ashanti.
Yeah.
Like Ja couldn't fucking miss. You know what I'm saying? And so 50 came and just stomped on that shit. And that had to hurt like, Ja. It had to hurt Irv and Chris and the whole Murder Inc. Black Tie and Cadillac Tie and Black
Child.
Yeah. Yeah, man. 50 won that. It was just it was no chance.
And it was interesting how I feel like 50 tricked Ja out of his position.
Style, position.
He said, you just sing it all the time. You're just a singing rapper while he's singing himself. Right. 21 Questions is one of his big songs. Right. Where he's singing the whole song essentially. Yeah. And Ja started to almost rethink himself.
Yeah.
He did like Clap Back, which I didn't think was a
Clap Back was all right.
It was all right.
I went in clubs and Clap Back was popping and motherfuckers was popping bottles.
But it wasn't on a 50 level.
No, it wasn't there.
The New York record was a big record.
New York was crazy.
Yeah.
New York was a big record. Clap Back was all right. I don't know. I love what he did with Bobby Brown at that time when he hopped out and Bobby was like, he had dropped Bobby Brown a song. Shit was dope too. And then, the thing about it is, Josh still out here making money, man.
Yeah.
Making a lot. Ja getting 30 to 50,000 a show and going out to see him and Ashanti out all the time. But 50 did stomp that fire out for 10 years or so.
Yep.
Maybe more. So yeah, that got to go to 50.
Yeah, I think that's kind of undeniable.
Yeah.
And I know Ja as well. I know Chris. I've interviewed
But
Irv.
we here being honest.
Yeah, we're just being honest.
It is what it is.
We're being honest.
And if anybody watches this and you get mad at the honesty in professionals, like you're not a rookie to hip hop. Like you Vlad. Everybody know who the fuck Vlad is and everybody know who I am. And I damn near can't even be challenged on much in rap because I've been through everything and I survived it and I'm here, right? And I still stand 10 toes down, on everything that I say and everything that I stand for. So if somebody watches this and they get mad, they just on some whole shit.